Hello and welcome to Random Acts of Poetry. I'm going to be changing the format for the poetry challenge. Just reading the word off the poem. Partly because it's Random Acts of Poetry, so I'm going to just be putting forward the poem. Because a poem should need no explanation. It is what it is in itself. And a lot of that is brought about mainly by a comment, mainly by my own inability to say exactly what I want to say at times. And there is so much that goes on around that you want to comment on, that you have an opinion about. But this is poetry. This is Random Acts of Poetry. So it should just be down to the poetry. And that means that from what I try to keep to be around 3 minutes, it should be brought down to around about a minute. So a lot of attention to be caught in a minute. But maybe it will help with our ADHD generation. But weirdly enough, as I was typing up the poem, I was thinking, well, what should I talk about while I'm going on to this? And the poem kind of explains itself again. Here we go. Enjoy. And any comments welcome. Any thoughts about how I should develop this channel or not will be welcome. Maybe. Anyway, here we go. The poem. Wishes. The wish of horses brought us to this, and as beggars we plead with anguished fists, for this is everything for which we ever wished. The familiarity of solitude, no others to include within this show for the primary star. This is the role we've chosen to play. These are the promises and oaths picked for us to say. There is no other way but to hold our hearts close and everything considered dear. The path ahead is never clear. There will always be work to do. It just depends on how we do when faced with a challenge that prevents us passing through. No briar is unsurpassable or peak insurmountable. All that's needed is the desire to be free from the chains of captivity which have been cast to hold us here in this reality. Beware of what is wished, for when gotten gains are dished, they last for an eternity.